Let's get sweaty.
Hey guys, welcome to a Shenmue Dojo video. Today's video I'm going to be talking about the success of Shenmue 3 under ININ Games and just why that is so important on the pathway to a Shenmue 4. Now, there's a few things I want to talk about within this, and I must openly admit straight up all the way through, I've borrowed this a little bit from a post that Firat on the Shenmue 500k put together. Firat as a admin and a mod over there, and he put up a post essentially detailing most of what this video is going to contain, but he's put it together very succinctly, and I just thought, you know what, I need to do a video on this because I think actually it should resonate with the entire Shenmue community. So just for sort of a little bit of a benefit, here's the message here. Now, while I may in some aspects disagree that we're going to potentially get a director's cut or anything like that due to the investment needed, the points in here should resonate massively. In that, A, the success of Shenmue 3 and ININ is going to potentially have impact on Shenmue 4, and B, the Shenmue community absolutely needs to come together on this. Now, I will link this below, so everybody can have a look at it at your own time and leisure, but that's where this idea for the videos come from and what I wanted to sort of stress on this video, essentially. Firat has put together in a very short message there compared to this. But as you will all know, ININ Games are doing something with Shenmue 3. Now, based on the survey put together a few months back, it would suggest it's probably ports to either Xbox or Switch or both. Not quite sure what they're doing with PlayStation, but I'll touch on that slightly. But what I am under the impression of is, while ININ can't necessarily do a Shenmue 3 on their own, if you look at their financials, their revenue streams, I've got a video coming up on this, it's not going to be able... It's just not doable. It's not doable for them to fund a Shenmue 4 on their own. It just isn't. When you've got, I think, $6.3 million revenue in 2023, and the budget of Shenmue 3 was $20 million, you can see the path and the sort of that resistance to it, essentially. So, based on that, I'm pretty damn sure they can't do it on their own. But the success of this Shenmue 3, whatever they're doing with it, can help provide the data, provide the numbers that ININ can then go to investors and other partners and go, look, here is what we've put into Shenmue, here's the profit, there is money in this thing, let's get together and let's make a Shenmue 4. Let's just get this thing done. Now, without this data and without success, chances are that won't happen. But let's say it goes over to Xbox and Switch, it's imperative that these are as successful as possible. Each sale made is a sale closer to Shenmue 4. PlayStation and PC slightly different in that obviously they were released on that platform originally, or those platforms originally, so they will have to look at enticing sales through some other means potentially. Now, one of those could be collector's editions. It would make a lot of sense that they could do collector's editions. Now, I know everyone's going to be looking at me and go, oh god, here we go, more cheap tat to flog a game, and I get it, I can understand it, but if you want to entice double dipping, triple dipping from a hardcore fan base, that's what you do, collector's editions. Can you imagine if they did a collector's edition with full scale mirrors, for example? Everybody would be all over that. Now, if that sells through, then you sell through the inventory on Xbox and Switch and they sell really well, then you could well be in the ballpark of getting the data that you need for a Shenmue 4 to be made. I cannot stress enough the community needs to come out and back this. Likewise, any work that goes into this, whatever happens, if it's quality of life changes or something more substantial, that can also be used towards a Shenmue 4 because they would have updated everything. They'd have put everything together, looked at it, tidied some loose ends up and gone, right, okay, now we're ready to use that if the time and the opportunity presents itself. But right now, and I cannot stress it enough, the Shenmue community needs to come together as a united front and show the world that Shenmue still matters. It is time for this community to stand up. We know what's coming. We know some form of Shenmue 3 release is on the way. We just don't know on what platforms yet. But the community used to unite behind this. We need to put any disagreements around Shenmue 3 behind us. We need to step up and we need to vote with our wallets and make the noise that Shenmue still means something to this community and can resonate and make money. Let's be frank about this. This is probably one of our last shots, if not the last shot at Shenmue 4 through this. Every single community member needs to stand up and go, right, do I want a Shenmue 4 or not? Yes or no? If you do, then ideally need to support this in the best way that you can possible. Now, I'm not expecting people to go and spend thousands of pounds on this thing, but if you can help support this and help a sale here or there to a friend, whoever, this is where we need to step up as a community and push this thing. But we also need to put this whole crap from Shenmue 3 behind us and go, right, we are together, we are pushing towards Shenmue 4, and this is a step towards Shenmue 4. If we do not do this, if we do not unite, if we do not get this thing successful and help make this a success, then I cannot stress that this will be probably it. I can't see where, at this point in time, we're going to get a better opportunity to show investors, gamers, and the world that there is money and success to be had with the Shenmue franchise. If we don't do it now, it is game over, in my opinion. And everybody, and I'm going to repeat this, everybody in the community needs to look at that and go, right, Shenmue 3, draw a line under it in terms of the original release, back this. I know it's Shenmue 3 again, and I kept saying we need to move on from it. I know people are going to shout at me for that. But this is our opportunity to show, from a commercial viability standpoint, that there's money in Shenmue. So if we come out, put all that stuff behind us and go, right, one hard push through this, we can make this successful, and we can make a tangible difference to whether a Shenmue 4 gets made or not. So everybody needs to take that on board, look at it and go, do I want a Shenmue 4? If you do, get behind this. Get behind all the pushes on social media. Get behind the hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4, and let's make this a success. If you don't, that's fine, but you may never see a Shenmue 4. Now, I know full well I'm behind it, but I need the whole community behind us. I need every single Shenmue fan who's ever enjoyed the game, loved the games, whatever, to get behind this. If you do, I am very confident we can make this a success for everybody involved. Anyway, that is my impassioned plea for everything. As I said at the top of the video, go and check out Firat's post because it's very succinct, and I think it tells everything in a loving way and also in great detail as to why this is so important. But again, I'm going to stress one more time, people. If you want a Shenmue 4, get behind ININ, get behind Shenmue 3, and let's make this a success. As always, guys, give us a like, share, subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all the usual places. Don't forget, for £2 a month, you can be a member and get all the videos ahead of time. Don't worry if you don't. Everything comes out on the scheduling system anyway, and all the money goes towards the site running costs that James and I incur. And I will be back with a video in the not too distant future. But for now, guys, take care. Have a good one.